But to actually ask that question, we need to have to read theory and understand how it is applied, where we can tweak all that. Okay, so we can resume now. Okay, so like I said, there are two websites. One is envimet.com, where you will get to know about what are the recent updates about the tool. This is more of commercial. Okay, so you can check that, and from here only you will be able to download these softwares. Okay, so please download the trial version from here by giving this information, and you will be able to download this. Kindly do this. If you have already downloaded and installed trial version, we can go to the software. We can go to the demo. Otherwise, kindly do the installation. Install a trial version, and then we'll try to see how this can be done. Achha, maybe my mic is on. Now should be fine. अभी ठीक है. Now, is this? You're getting more echoes now also, or
No,
it's fine?
it's all right.
No, it's all right. Somebody, okay, fine. Somebody has written that it's fine. Okay. So please let me know if you have done this. Kindly install a trial version, and if you have done, let me know. To do that, you may also need an account in one-click LCA. Once you do that, I think automatically it will take you to those pages.
Free trials are giving accurate result.
Yeah, it is the same thing, sir. Only thing is the grid size are reduced to 50, 50, 40, 50x, 50y, and 40 height. You can't do more than that. And some of the outputs are disabled. We'll be able to generate only PMV PPD. We'll not be able to generate UTCI, all that. Otherwise, all other analysis can be done. The only restriction is the size of the grid. 50 on this grid size. 50, 50, height 40.
On a trial version.
On a trial version.
It will not, whatever simulation we will be having it on the trial version only.
Yeah, it will be on trial version. We'll do a trial version only. Yes. Those are from online version, joining online as well. Please try installing a trial version because we'll be doing one exercise along. You can follow along with me so that you will also have an hands-on experience on that.
So I already have this.
The same website, you can see other things, case studies, very brief explanation about where they have applied and how they have applied. For example, let's say if I click on cities, improving outdoor thermal comfort through comprehensive modeling, urban heat island. If you click on more, and you will get to download those case studies. These are outputs. And one best part is we have the files as well. We can download the files and check how they are modeled in data. Okay, so we'll see all that. Let's install the tool first. Once you have installed, you will get something like this. Okay, I'll show you the folders. So you will be seeing something like this. So if you get this tool, install, and then we'll start demo. Okay, kindly install it. Sorry. Installation is done. अच्छा ठीक है हाँ ठीक है यहाँ पे go to you just have to create a folder where all ENVI-met files has to be saved. You can go to D or E wherever and create a folder or ENVI-met output so that we can keep all that information. I think you will get a tab like this. Change workspace. Okay, so what you have to do is you create a folder where all files can be saved.
First one is project name, description, then folder.
हाँ वो उससे पहले workspace where the workspace has to be saved. हाँ workspace में जाके change workspace and save it.
Make a folder.
Make a folder.
Yes. You have already made a change workshop, workspace, then sir.
So you are able to see all this stuff. The stack. You are getting to see all this. No.
Change workspace, then. Between
After assigning, just give an update.
Yes, we want to allow this workspace. Next. We want to install QGIS now. We will live in which? Not yet. Yeah. It will ask you from this visual error. लॉगिन के लिए बोल हाँ one click LCA चाहिए सर you need to create an account in one click LCA email डालना है Okay, so what you should be doing is maybe I think once you have installed, you are getting to see something like this, assign workspace. I don't think you will get, you're seeing also, you're getting to see something like this, change workspace. Okay, so what you do is click on change workspace and create one folder. Okay, so for example, let's say now I've created one folder on NIT Patna ENVI-met. Okay, so I'll just say okay, and then you will get something here to proceed. Yeah, so if you have already installed, you will not get to see this. Otherwise, you are getting to see some update here. You need to have one profile in one-click LCA. you will be directed to this page. You create one login here. Okay, so once you are logged in, you will be able to.
Please address the space. This is asking. You need to set up mobile
authenticator. You can download an app, sir. Mobile authenticator बोल Google Authenticate. There's a tool called Google Authenticate.
Google Authenticator we needed. No?
There's something called Authenticator. So once you have created this page, then it will ask, once you click on it, will ask you for login. That login will be from LCA, one click LCA. Then it will ask you for authenticator. That one.
ये नहीं पूछा
Online participants also, if you have any questions so far, you can let me know. Not clear whether you guys are able to install, or if you have already installed, no issues. Just figure out how to install it. Once we have the installation done, then we'll move to the use of tool. What we need a profile in one. You need to register in one click LCA. Okay, from where we'll be able to. Then you also need an app, mobile app. It's called Authenticator. So that is required. Maybe what I'll do, I'll just close this and then restart so that everybody knows.
Company or organization, sir, in Patna. Yeah. I want to stay up to.
Okay. So you will get to see something like this. You are currently not logged in. Without being logged in, ENVI-met cannot be started. Now please restart the program and log in. Okay. So how do you log in? To log in, click on the button. And if you don't have an account, you have to create an account in one click LCA app. Okay. So
what we have to click, sir? One click LCA product upgrade. Two product upgrade of webinar.
One second. You will get something like this, sir. ENVI-met.
We have got like this.
Okay. Now you can go to the tool. ENVI-met you have already installed, right?
Now we have.
Authenticator is also installed in app. Please let me know if you're getting this page.
Sir, from where this ENVI-met login page will open?
Yes. change workspace. Yeah. This 5.6 version. Where was that screen, sir?
Hello. Hello.
Now we'll start, sir. This is, we have got the software inside.
Sir,
now we'll tell you how
hello.
to start.
Hello.
Hello.
We are not getting the screen. This ENVI-met.
Sir, okay.
It's done.
Yeah. I think for this question, you have to do product update. Okay. Okay. So login screen, maybe I think for some of you are installing 5.7 version. So 5.6 directly it is going to software tool. So there's no login credentials it is asking. If it is 5.7, you will get a page something like this, where we have to do a login. See, if you are installing for the first time now, it will be 5.71. So obviously you need to have a login ID. Only then you will be able to download. 5.8. So were you able to do? Anyone from online?
So we are all set.
Now you can proceed, sir.
No, not required. QGIS and SketchUp not required to be installed. We'll use the main tools. And also project. After that, there's a project download to date 2 GB data. Achha. कर सकते हैं sir. Latest version is 5.8. So sometimes maybe when you are modeling that time it will ask for update. If it's not required. If it is all the yeah. If you are able to see all this here, like what I'm saying, okay, manage project, import from QGIS, edit model area, simulation setting, start simulation. If you are able to see this tab, these tabs,
Yes, sir.
then you have installed the tool. Should we proceed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So now let's get into the tool actually. This is the most important aspects. Few things that we should keep in mind when we use when we are using it. First thing is, of course, manage projects. Click on manage project. Okay, so now you are getting to see something like this. It is nothing but whatever projects that we are trying to create, where it has to be saved and how it has to be saved. Okay, so you go here on the right hand side top, you'll see the projects. I think if you are not assigned any folders, you will get to see none. If you have already assigned a folder, it will take that folder. What we are trying to say here is this is the project. First, we are creating a project folder. So all activity that we are doing after this will be saved there only. So that is most essential. Otherwise, we have to create series of files. So all files has to be there in the same folder. Okay. So what we'll do is we will we'll try creating new one. I'll say change workspace. Okay, already I've put it as ENVI-met Patna workshop. Okay. So if you are done here, let's say I'll add a new project here. Okay, I'll save
Add project.
add project.
Current workspace आ रहा है.
Current change workspace or current workspace.
Change workspace पे आएंगे. Don't need it.
Folder. Change workspace for changing the folder.
Oh, you already created a folder, na, sir? You default ENVI-met folder.
No.
Use individual user folder.
From here, you can see this page.
Yeah, it is now. You folder. Now very right. Yeah. Okay.
न्यू प्रोजेक्ट में नाम लिखना है
हाँ, we can edit all that, not a problem. Sure.
गंगा जी में से पानी उठा के लिए
Okay. So once you have added that project, okay, so if you want to write the description, you can write the description. Most important point here is you have something called database. Project uses project database. Actually, there are three kinds of database available in ENVI-met. One is project database, one is user database, other one is system database. System database means there are already default files that has been created. Okay, so those things will not be able to modify. It will be raw system file as it is. Okay, second one is project file. If we are creating one small, for example, let's say we want to model this building. So this is the information that is created is specific to this project only. So it is not open to others. Okay, so so this is the folder has information all related to this project only. Okay, so just make sure that this is checked so that whatever file that's created, it gets saved here. Okay, just apply. Okay, we are done actually. Okay, close it.
प्रोजेक्ट नेम लिख दिया जाए फोल्डर होम फोल्डर विद वर्क स्पेस
Okay. Any questions on?
No. यहाँ का जो लेआउट है वहाँ का लेआउट है
हाँ, I think this is 5.7. हाँ, और भी पुराना है. But same workspace. हाँ.
मुझे वो कंटेंट नहीं मिल रहा पिक्चर वगैरह.
I think after this, rest are same. Only they have changed this platform.
This project doesn't have a home page yet.
That's fine, sir. We'll create. That's not required at the moment. Okay, so first step, you make sure that that file folder has been created. If you go here, whatever we have created, this is the folder, and it has created one INX file database. Okay, so we'll see what is it later, but just to check whatever we are trying to do is in order or not. So we have just created one file, NIT Patna, and this is what we have created. Okay, that's the first step. Now, okay, so we have a series of tabs here. We'll see what are these things, and then we'll come back. We'll go to specifics. Okay, so first thing I said, manage the project, creating folder and project specific folder. That is the first step. Okay, then we have something called import from QGIS or import from Rhino or SketchUp. This can also be done. These are very recent additions that they have added. I think in your version it will be MONT, MONT. That's like taking Google Street Maps directly and then working on the models. Yeah. So if you will not be doing that, but anyway, I'm just giving you some hint that we can also bring GIS files here. Okay. The third tab is edit model area. Space is called spaces, where we actually do 3-dimensional model. Okay. So we'll also come back to it a little later. Then we have something called simulation. I'll just click and show it once so that we have some idea. If you click on spaces, edit model area, it will open a new interface. It's called spaces.
It's showing a grid.
Yeah, it is showing a grid. Yes. This is where we'll be doing model. Yeah, I think from here it's all the same. Only first page changes. Rest of the things are same. Okay, so we'll come back to this a little later. So this is space where where we'll be doing actual building model, 3D data or 2D data set that is required for running the simulation. Okay, so next we have something called simulation setting. We'll also discuss this in detail a little later. We have a simulation start where which is I think in your case it will be ENVI-met core or simulation start. So where we actually once we have created this model file and simulation setup file, we go to the third tab to run the simulation. Okay. And then we have something called simulation thermal comfort and visualize results. Okay. So after creating project, we'll first go to materials and object library. Click on database manager. First, we'll create materials and then go to model. Yeah. So first we have to say what are the surfaces we are going to use, what kind of vegetations we are going to use, what kind of wall thicknesses we are going to use, and then we will go to model and then create model. Yeah. Okay. So I hope you are able to open something like this interface. ENVI-met database manager 5.80 or whatever in your case. And first thing what you have to check, you just check whether your folder is getting assigned here. On the top right corner, whatever folder that you have assigned, that should be there. Otherwise, it will get saved. Yeah. For online participants also, please make sure that you are assigning your project to this. Otherwise, if you do not, if it is showing none, you go click here and assign appropriate project so that model can be done. Okay. So now this is the most interesting point. What are the things that is available here? Okay, first tab. If you see here, it's saying soil and ground materials. If you click on the this tab, you will get to see there are different system. By default, they have created these files. For example, let's say under natural soil, we have sand. And if you look at the properties of the sand, okay, so they have given heat conductivity, the heat capacity, your all the physical and chemical properties of the materials are assigned. Okay, loomy sand, sandy sand, whatever surface material, these are by default some materials that they have created along with the physical and chemical properties of the material. Some other material, for example, let's say if you're using cement, concrete, or asphalt, or granite, water is also here, you can see. And then we have wood, plank, and so on. Okay. So first is, what is the soil and ground material? For example, why this information is needed, I'll just explain one simple. Let us assume that this is the building that we have, and maybe this is the road, but this is our entire study area. Okay, so we have to tell the model that how this these area has to be accounted. This we know this is a road, and this we know this is a building, and let's say there's a tree here. Only 4 elements we know, but we should also tell the system rest of the space. How you want the system to treat it, as a road, as a paved area, as a concrete area, or as a grass. That we have to tell. Okay, so that information is nothing but this.
So we have to select from
Any of these, or we can create our own.
We can add also.
Yes, yeah. So by default, these things have been created. However, let's say I have a new information. Okay, I want I went to site and then collected a new material, and that has been tested. How do you do that? Right click and say create user copy from the item. And on any, for example, by default, you will not be able to edit any of this. Okay, so for example, if you want to change the heat capacity of maybe this, okay, but we'll not be able to edit it because these are system files, standard default files. We'll not be able to edit. But if you want to have your own material set, what we do, right click, click on user copy from item. Okay, now you can see a copy has been created. First thing, just change the label. Okay, I'll just it should be 8-digit number, six-digit number. Okay, change the database ID, and now you will be able to edit this.
So you already have brought all this material.
It is already there, sir. If it, I think it will be there something like this. You just click here, you will be able to see this.
Here there are the limited options. I think older version. Some options came just now.
Then-
This one.
Transfer group. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first thing. What are the surface materials that is available here? Okay, again, coming back to the basics only, we should know what is it. If you don't know, again, there's no use of, we can pick any material, right? We may be randomly picking clay, or we may end up picking asphalt, or maybe water or brick. Okay, if we know thoroughly, only then we'll be able to actually get more correct results. Yeah, so if you're going to site and measuring certain things, we can bring it back here and then edit those, or take the information from the material provider vendors, and then we can give those information here. Okay, so this is the first point, ground. Okay, second one is you can also see soil properties. There are two things here. If you double click on this material, we can actually layer the soil. It's not just soil. If, for example, let's say if you are trying to assess any heat is coming from the earth, or if there is any moisture that is coming from earth, and you want to study that, then these options will come in handy. Okay, so what it does is we can actually divide this soil into about let's say 200 centimeters. We can assign our own materials here. The soil can be section, do a section of soil and bring that material. Okay, maybe let's say if you're not using it, I think maybe only for landscape architects, and if you want to check there anything that what is the impact it is going to create on the subsoil level, this information can be used. Okay, roads and pavements also, if you see, you can do sections here. What is the first layer? What is the second layer? Third layer? All can be done. Okay, for example, let's say same like we did in the previous case. I'll do right click, create copy. Okay, then I'll just change this again. Okay, so if I check now, by default, first 10 centimeter is asphalt, first 30 centimeter is asphalt. Okay, and then next 170 centimeter is they have put sandy loam. Okay, let's say if you have some information that these are clay underneath, you can just drag and drop those material so that your model becomes more accurate. Okay, so this is for soil. Maybe we are not using specifically. Let's not go into.
Can you change those dimensions 10, 20?
Yeah, we can do that also. I think more than here. This is for subsoil, okay, level. Now the third tab is on simple plant. If you click on plants, by default there's some properties available here. These are for the small grass and shrubs and hedges. Okay, not trees. For tree we have another tab. We'll get into trees, but these are only for the small. You can see here hedges of 2 meters, 4 meters maximum. Okay, or it is a grass of 25 centimeter or 30 or 50 centimeter height. Okay, so these are one set of plant materials that we have. If you go further, we have facade material also, grass, the different varieties of grass, hedges, again the different varieties of hedges that they have mentioned. These are something that any based on the context we can choose from here. Or if we have to bring on our own material, we can also do it in the same way which I explained. Okay, most important thing for construction or building related one, if you go to walls and roof material, click on this again. Again, we have series of groups. One for cement and concrete. Default certain things are there. For glass, okay, there are certain things are there. Okay, natural material. Okay, tiles are there. Okay, now let's say if we go to cement and concrete. Okay, I'll just go for general brick. Default burnt brick. Okay, so if I double click here, sorry, these are surface information only, so we'll not be able to edit. If you see the properties, again it has absorption properties, transmission properties, reflection properties, emissivity, heat conductivity, specific heat. Okay, all surface level information. Again, this is a surface level information. Okay, I'll just keep a copy of this. Okay, and again, let's say if we have any specific surface material, if you want to use it, you can use, you can build your own library here. Okay, this is surface again, not the construction part. Then you have a tab called wall roof construction. If you click on construction, let's say same any other material. Okay. Okay, I'll use burnt brick again. This time I'll create a copy. Let's see. Okay, so if I click on this, now we have control on the thickness also. For example, let's say total thickness is by default it is 45 centimeters showing. I'll just make it 2.30 centimeters. You can do that, or let assume that there's no middle layer. Okay, by default it has only three layers only as per the model. So we can moderate only around this. Okay, so you can change what is the outer thickness, middle, and inner. And outer, if you want to change it to some material, for example, let's say outer is again burnt brick, and middle layer you want to bring in some air gap. Air gap is also available. And inner, maybe let's say we are bringing some tile, a cladding tile or something. Or just plaster. Okay, so we can have our own combination of how the wall system should work. Okay, so that can also be done, customized, so that we can use it appropriately. Yeah, we can do the same thing for glass also. So there is a, by default some glass materials are there, but if you have any specific
And create cavity, sir.
cavity, air is there. Air, we have to add air in the middle. Air will be there. Yeah. Okay, so this is for construction. So this is for the surface and this is for the construction. So most of the time we'll be using the wall material only. Only if you're doing a 3D building level assessment, then we go to detailed model. Then we use construction. I'll tell you when we do the model time. Okay, greening tab. If you come to greening tab again, by default they have some information. For example, let's say this is a green wall with some strata. This is actually for the base. Only green wall. Okay, and some what are the properties of it? It can be checked here. Then we have something called single walls. Under single wall, we have something called sun sail. Sun sails are nothing but the temporary, not temporary. It's like a shading, cloth shading. Okay, like a canopy shading. Okay, so
Here on the right hand side, there was shading.
single walls. Yeah, it can be shading. We can have a wall also. We can create a single solid wall also. We can also have a pergola kind of stuff also. Now they have also added photovoltaic panels as well. We can bring in that that aspect as well. Okay, this is one. Then we have last point, last tab. It's called sources. Under sources, if you click here, we have the first one is test lanes. If you click here, traffic tools in the after clicking test lane, if you click on traffic tools, if you have information about all the traffic data, okay, your traffic count, and then if you want to use that into the model, and if you have specifically PM 2.5 or PM 10 data set, that can also be brought in and then used in the model. Emission sources, basically emission sources. And for water, they have brought in two things. One is the fountain, and other one and the nozzle. Fountain, it's fountain of 4 meter impact, 2 meters impact, 2 meter level height and 4 meter level height. Okay, so if we have to be more realistic, if you are doing some real-time study, then we have to create this database. This will happen after site visits by taking primary data collection. Using that, we can do a customization. Otherwise, let's say if you are matching, most of your materials are matching with by default material, then we can go ahead with the default material. Yeah. So this is an important step that has to be done. Okay, now let's close this. Okay, yeah, we have not saved anything. So let me save whatever has been done. Okay, close it. So we have added some materials from the material data manager database. Now we have a tree library, also called Albiro. Here we have the actual tree, okay, different types of tree, and you can see how those trees have been modeled here in ENVI-met. Or rather, we can understand how ENVI-met model also works. Okay, so it all works on grids, three-dimensional grids. And if tree is modeled, this is how trees are modeled. Okay, so in fact, we have a lot of control on how to how we can how we can increase or decrease the canopy layer, how we can increase or decrease your leaf area index. A lot of information, a lot of control is there for especially for landscape architects. If they have information about roots, that can be done. If they have very specific real-time data, that can also be brought in and then used. Okay, so by default also we can use, or we can customize it based on the actual data as well. Trees can also be modeled. That's the biggest point. Okay, so let's say if we have created material and also some understanding about vegetation. Now we go to actual model. Okay, so before we go to model, I'll explain how the entire tool works. Okay, so
Can we take a break after lunch? Then you can go to some break.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can just remind it.
Yeah, I'll just explain how it works and then we can break.
But then after lunch, we can go to the.
Okay, what we need is we need a model. For example, let's say this is our area of interest and this is the building, and we have some roads and some vegetation here. Okay, so this is one input that is required. Second input, what is required is we should say, when do we have to run the simulation? Do we have to run simulation for the entire year or 1 hour data? Which data, which date, which time, from when to when? That has to be given. So the model outcome will be INX file, INOX or model file. Then the second output will be SIMAX file, SIMX file. So which means simulation file. So these two files are required, and there's a third tab for running the simulation itself. So for running simulation, we need INX file and also SIMAX file. INOX. INX file. That is what we'll be creating model. Model, that is the model, building model, surface model, vegetation. Second one is SIMAX file, that is simulation setting file. MX.
This is for simulation.
Simulation setting file. So these two are required for actually running the simulation itself. So that's how the entire tool is made. So there's something called space where we do the model, and there's a tab called simulation setting where we do the setup. There's a third tab called simulation itself, so for running the simulation. And there's a fourth tab called visualizing the output or Leonardo, so where we do the visualization part. That's how it has been done. Yeah. So in the after break, we'll see how do we start making the models. Yeah. Okay. Any questions from online side? Online participants?
He's sitting. Look at me. Somebody want to ask? Anybody from online side, if there is any question?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Sir, thank you for this session. It was very informative.
Introduce yourself.
I just want.
And then
Sorry.
please introduce yourself, and then we can start with the question.
Yes, my name is Gargi, and I work in an NGO called Center for Science and Environment. And I also work in the topics like urban heat and how it can be regulated or how it can be alleviated in urban areas, specifically public spaces. So this is where I am trying to learn ENVI-met. I wanted to know if Albero will work in the trial version.
I'm showing it works in trial version also. I'm giving a demonstration through trial version only. Yeah, it works in trial version also.
Just now, sir has discussed about the installation and other parts. So I would request audience, the participants, if they have any queries related to what has been discussed till now, if they have any queries, have faced any issues regarding the installation, or they haven't understood anything for that matter, please ask. We will join up by 2 o'clock. And then again, sir will demonstrate the things which they have just, he has just discussed the 4 parts. He will discussing about it. So if you have any question, please ask related to whatever has been discussed since morning and till now, whatever has been discussed. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Don't hesitate.
So I have a question.
Yes, please.
I'm Zainab Rao, and I'm a research scholar at Department of Architecture, Aligarh Muslim University. So my question is that I'm carrying out similar kind of a research, and I'm just learning the software to carry out the urban microclimate analysis. So this free trial version, I can like do the analysis using this free trial version, or I have to buy like the software.
In trial version, there is a limitation of size. We can model up to 50 grid X, 50 grid Y, and 25 to 40 grid in Z. Okay, so all the analysis will be restricted to that. See, we can, it's all depends on how do we conceptualize. I'll explain in the afternoon. For example, let's say you have 500 meter by 500 meter grid, but in the software, we have only 50 meter by 50 meter. How do we do it? We have to scale it down. Okay, so ideally we should have a full version, but we can get same results, similar results. I'm not saying same results. It depends on kind of questions that you're asking. We can do all the analysis in trial version also. Only thing is the scale will be limited. You just remember that.
My study scale is university campus level. Like I'll be analyzing the university campuses. So I guess
No.
trial version will be valid for that one.
Do it in a part. You may have to do it in 2-3 parts. If you are doing it only in trial version, You have to do it in I think in afternoon session I'll explain you the grid size.
After the
Or probably you'll get an idea. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
we'll join at 2 o'clock. है ना? चलिए.
Yeah.
Okay, we will join by 2 o'clock.
Okay, sir.